they're an integral part to our infrastructure and support system. If you can think of a house, they're like the nails, the screws, the glue that like holds everything together. Let's talk about my whole perception of VAs and all of that. So I have had friends who have had VAs for years in their real estate business. And I just never quite wrapped my head around what a VA would do. And I would see certain things like somebody's listing presentation. I remember one time and she's like, oh yeah, my VA did that. I'm like, what? Like, how does your VA even know how to do that? I mean, I just couldn't understand it. I thought a VA was more, you never saw them, you never talked to them. I don't know how I thought they communicated, but I figured there was a language barrier, all of this. So then back to Nikki needing a staff. I spoke with you, and you and I were talking, and you were talking about what your VAs do for you, and about your story. And so then I thought, well, what the heck? So I put Nikki in contact with your team. So Sarah came on, and Nikki said, well, we should have Sarah on our team meetings, and we should have, we should put her in Slack, and we should, I'm going to create an onboarding for her, a 30, 60, 90-day onboarding. I'm going to have her watch your videos. I'm going to have her watch all of your training sessions. I'm going to have her really get into Google Drive, all of this. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, she's really getting embedded. I thought she was just somebody you just like gave tasks to. But Nikki really brought her into the business. And so very quickly, all of these things that we needed, like we needed a new landing page, we needed flyers for stuff, we needed Google Drive folders to be, organized, we needed template stuff made, we need like all of these busy tasks Sarah has just started doing. And that's what freed Nikki up to be able to do, build more relationships to help us with growth, because she's not bogged down in all of these day-to-day tasks. And so Sarah just became Nikki's right hand, and she still is. Even through Slack, there is the ability to call through Slack. So if they need to have a conversation, or if they need to do like a Zoom or something like that, they're constantly talking and communicating all day, every day.
I'm curious, because you do so much content creation, how much of that are they involved in?
That's a really good question. So my VA team, they're on everything. They're on my, all of my webinars that I do. So all of the content that I'm doing, they're on my listing appointments. So Jamie it just depends on who. I don't mean the whole entire team is on every single thing, but I've always got a VA on something. Just before getting on this, I got a Slack from Sarah. Okay. I got a Slack from Sarah at 8:00. Hey, good morning. You've got your podcast with Daniel Ramsey. Do you need anything? I didn't reply to her right away. I was on the phone. 8:30. Hey, just wanted to remind you, you've got everything set for your podcast with Daniel, right? Here's the link. She gave me an entire synopsis. She said, here is the last interview you did and a link to that. Here is a link to MyOutDesk, the company, if you just want to view it. And here is also the link for you to hop on to the Zoom. 5 minutes before we got on, just wanted to make sure you're on. Is everything going okay? Do you have everything you need? That's all right there in Slack. It's all just at my fingertips. Yeah. You asked me about content, and that's not exactly content, but they're on my things. With regards to original content and conceptualization, I do that. I have a copywriter who writes a lot of like content rich emails. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But what
Yep.
she does is she puts it on a Google sheet, a Google Doc. And then depending on what VA is assigned to whatever that thing is, the VA takes it from the Google Doc and puts it into HubSpot, formats it, you know, comes up with an image, comes up with maybe a quote, all of that sort of thing. The VA does. She shoots it out to us. We have an approval channel in my Slack. She sends it out for approval. Is this, everything look good? Looks great. All right, then she sends it.
Yep.
Now, with regards to, or what content does the do my VAs create? They create a lot of internal communication type stuff. So they'll create things like, you know, wanted you all to be reminded of, we've got this case study that's going to be coming up, and here's the topic. Here's where you can find the information. Please let me know if you have any questions. So they'll create that sort of thing. Their grammar and their writing is impeccable. It's impeccable, better than a lot of Americans. So they can absolutely do that sort of thing. But, you know, when it comes to original content like that, one of us creates it, and then they put it on on whatever medium it's going out on.
Yep. Love it. Okay. So advice to people onboarding.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do they need to do? And just 3 simple tips or tricks that for your business has made this really successful.
Okay. So you have to have an onboarding plan, and you have to give this whole thing time to develop. You have to be committed to developing them.